Hey guys, as you know, I'm maybe out of town this week on Thursday. I'm not sure. It depends on my daughter and her going into labor or not. But anyway, I thought what I'd do is I'd make this video of what we're going to do in class, whether I'm there or not. We can go over it before or after class, but right now I'm going to make this thing because it's what I intended to do anyway. So what I'm going to do with this class is I'm going to start using some frames that are mask frames, and I'll show you why that's a good idea in a minute. Let's just start normally like we do with we'll stick with the 8x10 landscape and open it up as white. Now what I wanted to do first is I'm going to add a color panel, and this color panel I just want to set it over here on the side, something like this, and I'm going to go in and while it's selected, go in here to edit and do a cutout mask, and I'm going to choose from this icon here, which is frames, and it opens up the frames dialog and allows you to choose a frame. Now one that I find particularly interesting for this particular layout I'm going to do is this triple frame, and excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and open that up and we'll zoom it down to something about like this. Okay, and let's apply that. All right, so now you can see we have these gray frames sitting over here. Now we can color them however we want, or we can size them up and down if we want to as well. So let's set them about like that on this image. And what I want to do next is I think I am going to give them a color. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to pick a sort of a dark brown, and we'll give it a standard texture of this barnwood. Okay. So there, now we've got the three frames colorized with that barnwood texture. So to make them see how they're going to stand out against the background, by the way, let's change the background here. Rather than have it white, I want to change the background to, we'll use a lighter tone of this brown. And I want to pick one of my standard textures here. And how about, how about this one here? Let's pick Grunge 1. Okay, so this will give us a nice background that this stands out against. And now I think it's about time we start importing some pictures. So let's get some of the pictures. And as you know, I always pick my daughter's pictures. So I'll pick that one, that one, that one, and that one. That'll give us 4 pictures to come in here. And we'll move them in, and scrap page like normal. We'll line them up across the top, size them to fit. So anyhow, now we've got these. I'm going to pick this one aside. I want it to be my main image. And let's have this one be the sort of the center image. We'll skinny it down a little bit and set it there. We'll put this one up here as the top one, and we'll put this one down here and get them sort of where we think they kind of ought to fit. Now what I want to do is I'm going to bring this frame to the top because I want it to be on top of all these images. So I'm going to bring it up here like so. And now you can see I have the frame up. Let's lock the frame in place so it doesn't go anywhere. Now with it in place, these don't quite fit. Well, that's okay, because let's just set it where we want it to be, something about like that, and we'll just crop it. Okay, so if you crop it so that her image is contained inside of the frame, and when you crop, you'll see that she's sitting in there. Now the same true with this one. Let's say we want it to be about like so, and we tell it to crop inside of the frame, something like this. We'll tell it to crop, and she'll be sitting there like that now. And we'll do the same thing here with this one. It's a little tighter. Let's maybe blow it up just a little bit, and we'll set it something like this and tell it to crop as well. All right, so now we got them all behind those frames. What I might want to do now is let's reactivate the frame, and I'm going to give it a border, or a shadow rather. Let's give it a shadow of about, say 7, and fairly strong, somewhere up in 160, 165 region. Okay, so now these are all shadowed. Now we can take this picture, so what I want to do, make it my main image of this layout. And I'm going to mask it, not crop it, I'm going to mask it using some of the standard masks that are available. One that I like a lot, I use repeatedly, is this one, mask number 6. And let's put that on her, something about like so. Okay, and we'll apply that. Okay, so now she's pretty small, but let's blow this up and set her like that. And pretty much just like that, we have kind of a pretty nice layout of these 4 images using this frame mask over here. Now, why did I use a frame mask instead of just framing the image? Well, let me show you. Let's add one of these pictures back. Let's pick that one, and I'll add that picture back in. Okay, so now I'll get this picture. I got it here. Let's say let's reselect that picture, which was this one here, and I'm going to crop this one to the same ratio. So I want to crop it to the same ratio as the previous one. So let's crop her using that. Something say, I guess that's pretty close to where it was cropped. And we'll make it the same size. Okay, so it's the same size as that one now and cropped. It might be a little bigger, I don't know, but it's roughly the same. So anyway, now I could have taken a regular frame and put it up like that, and I could have taken that same color and that same texture, and let's do that, same texture, and I could have made that frame look like that, and I could have also given it the same shadow. So what was the shadow? It was that. We'll give that picture that shadow, match it to that, and now it has the same shadow, but you'll notice the difference. Let me lock her so we don't move her anymore here. There we go. You'll notice the difference. In here, you'll see how there's a shadow internal in the frame, but that's not true when you put a border around a frame. It just shadows the outside, which is okay sometimes. But for this case, you really want to have that border inside, shadowed, so that it appears as though the frame is sitting atop the picture, not that the picture just blends right into the frame the way it does here. So that's the main reason for using framed masks. And I'm gonna have a whole lot of these. There's gonna be grids and there's gonna be frames. You'll see them all coming soon. But basically, let me take this out of here. Anyway, in a matter of just a couple of minutes, you can put together a pretty nice, if you have 3 or 4 images that you want to lay out into a nice layout, you can do it pretty simply just by dropping a frame on, shadowing it, texturing it, colorizing it, sticking your image behind it, and then doing something out here to have a main image that carries the main theme of the layout. So that's all I wanted to do with this class, and I think it'll be a pretty easy one for us to get our handle on when we meet, should we meet on Thursday, or if not, you can practice on this until I get back from New Haven. Okay, talk to you later, Dave.